Hey guys, Retro Gaming Maniac here, and today we're going to take a look at the newly released Nintendo GameCube controller 2018. This is the Super Smash Bros. Edition, and we're going to be comparing it to the original GameCube controller. Spoiler alert, they're almost identical. Hope you enjoy the video. Alright guys, so before we show you the controller, just wanted to go ahead and show you the box that it comes in. It's a pretty standard box. I've already opened mine up, so this one is empty. There's not really much to unbox here. There's literally the box and the controller inside a plastic bag. But here's an up-close view of it. Shows you on the back what systems it's compatible with. Switch, Wii U, Wii, and GameCube. And I wanted to go ahead and get these before they got hard to find, you know, when Smash gets released. So let's go ahead and show you the controller. Alright guys, so here is the new GameCube controller from 2018. From what I can tell, it feels exactly the same for the most part. Of course, everything's a little stiffer, but that's because, you know, it's a new controller, hasn't been broken in yet. You know, everything seems to be the exact same as the original GameCube controller. Even has the same model number if you compare it, which I'll compare it to an original controller in a second. One thing I do notice is the texture is different. It has more of like a textured feeling to the controller, so maybe a little more bumpy or sandy feeling. It's not bad. Maybe it helps with the grip. I'm not sure. Everything feels great though. And another thing they changed is they took off the Nintendo GameCube logo or words and title, and they just put the Smash logo there, so that's pretty cool. The cable seems to be longer. I'm not sure about how much, but the cable definitely seems to be longer. And one other thing I'm noticing is if I lift the cable up and I'm just holding the controller itself, it feels lighter than the original GameCube controller. Not by much, but it's somewhat noticeable if you're somebody that's played a lot of Smash and you're used to the weight of the original controller. This does have a slightly lighter feeling, which tends to make it feel cheaper, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's just, you know, maybe a newer controller. Maybe some of the plastics and metals and materials have gotten lighter, you know, since 16, 17 years ago. There it is. Let's go ahead and compare it to an original controller. Alright, so here is the original GameCube controller. This is my Platinum controller, and as you can tell, it's very similar. Now, I did watch a video from Spawnwave Media. Make sure you check out his channel. He actually did a comparison of these two controllers and the internals. So, and from what he was saying, it's essentially the exact same. Very minor differences. So I do think you're still getting the same quality controller. It's just a matter of this one feeling slightly lighter, but on the Pro side, it does have a longer cable. So that's cool. This is the original. Here's the new one. They're both very similar. I can't really tell any difference outside of the weight of this one being just a little less. Here's the back. You can see the model number there, and matches up with the model number there if you can see it. Alright guys, so now that we've had a look at the new controller, let's go ahead and just try it out, and I'll give you my first impressions on how this controller feels. I do play a lot of Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube, so let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, and if you're curious, this is the same plug-in that the GameCube uses. Alright, let's try it out. Okay, let's go ahead and give it a try. New GameCube controller. Let's do 3 lives. Hopefully I can beat Fox here. Level 9. Something people were complaining about was the analog stick having some drift to it. That's not something I've experienced yet. There's no drift, at least that I can see. Kicking your butt, Falco. Oh. Oh, it's kicking my butt. It does feel stiff, but that's because it's, you know, I'm hoping it's just because it's, you know, brand new and it's not because it's, like, you know, designed differently. It does feel fine though. Ah, man, it's kicking my butt. I'm rusty. I may lose, yo. Yes. Yeah. Alright, so the controller feels great. It is a little lighter. I do like the textured feel to it. I've got to get used to the buttons being so stiff and everything being stiff because it is brand new. And the cable is definitely longer. Normally when I have my Gamecube plugged in right here, I have to lean forward in my chair to reach, make sure I don't pull it off the TV stand. But with this one I can sit back and relax. It's definitely at least 1 foot to 2 feet longer, so that's nice. Make sure you pick up this controller. It's definitely worth the money. $29.99, brand new, officially licensed. I mean, this is a Nintendo controller. It's not third party, it's not PowerA, anything like that. Make sure you pick it up. It's definitely worth it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you check out Spawnwave Media for a more in-depth video. He actually takes it apart. He weighs it. I remember him saying that this one was just slightly under 7 ounces while the old one was just over 7 ounces. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.